When you see that word, perimeter means addition. So we're going to add 3x plus 7 plus 3x plus 7 plus 5x minus 6 plus 5x minus 6. So we're going to combine all our like terms. So you're going to add all your x's together. Go ahead and add all those numbers with your calculator. So all the numbers that you see bubbled in green. And then you're also going to add all of your constants. So go ahead and add them up, and that is your perimeter. So the main thing to remember for your skills check tomorrow, if it is a perimeter question, you just add your like terms. You're combining your like terms. So 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 is what? 16. Good. And 7 plus 7 plus negative 6 plus negative 6 is what? 2. Anybody else get 2? Raise your hand if you got 2. All right. All right, so let's go to our notes. I think we left off on page 13, multiplying polynomials. When you square something, that means you're multiplying it against itself. So anytime you see an exponent of 2, I want you to rewrite that as a minus 7 times a minus 7. So we're going to make our box. And multiply a minus 7 times a minus 7. Go ahead and fill in your 4 squares. So we have a squared in our first square, negative 7a, negative 7a, positive 49. The main thing to keep in mind is that when you add these together, you don't get 0. Negative 7 plus negative 7 is what? Negative 14. Any questions about that? All right, go ahead and do F by yourself. So again, it's squared. So you have to take the 2x plus 9 times 2x plus 9, make a box. Fill in all 4 squares. See what you get. All right, so when we fill in our squares, in our first square, we have 4x squared. And then we have 18x in both of these. And then 81 goes here. And these are our like terms. So our final answer would be 4x squared. And what's 18 plus 18? 36x plus 81. Raise your hand if you had that answer. All right, y'all doing really, really good. All right, couple more. So here, looking here, we have to make a different kind of box because we have a 2. We need to make a 2 by 3 box or a 2 by 3 rectangle. So I'm going to make my rectangle like this. And I'm going to put my x plus 3 down the side. And then my 2x squared minus 3x plus 15 across the top. All right, take a minute and fill in all 6 squares. So when we fill in our squares, in our first row, we should have 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 15x. And in our bottom row, 3 times 2x squared is 6x squared minus 9x plus 45. And when we look, we have our like terms at a diagonal. So these are like terms because there are x squared. So we can add those together. And then these are like terms. We can add those together. So we're going to take out our 2x cubed first. And now with your calculator, go ahead and add the 6 and the minus 3. See what you get. And we get a plus 3. And when we add our purple terms together, we get positive 6x and plus 45. Raise your hand if you had that answer. Any questions? All right, go ahead and do the last one by yourself. Set up your box, fill in your squares. This fly don't want to leave. So we have our 2x cubed. And then we should have a 4x squared and a minus 10x. And in our bottom row, we have a negative 1x squared, a negative 2x, and a positive 5. And when we combine our like terms, that would be these two and these two. So my final answer will be 2x to the power of 3 plus 3x squared minus 12x plus 5. All right, so now we're going to go back to the farm that we started at yesterday. Yesterday we had to find the perimeter, and now today we're going to find the area, and then we will be finished shortly. So let's go back to the squash. It says find the area. Area means we multiply. Perimeter means we add. So for the squash, that means I have to multiply these two numbers together. So if you take 4x times x, what would be the area of our squash? 4x times x. What do you think that would give you? 4x squared. That's your area. Now let's look at the pumpkins. Again, now we have to multiply. So I have to multiply 5x minus 2 times 5x plus 2. Let's go ahead and make our box. I'm filling all 4 squares. Okay, so we got a 25x squared here in our first box, and a negative 10x, and a positive 10x. Oh, I almost messed up. And a negative 4. So this time, when you combine your like terms, because they're opposite, they're going to do what? What is it going to equal when we add these together? 0. So when you write your answer, you have two options. You can write it as 25x squared plus 0x minus 0x minus 4. But whenever it's a 0, we normally just don't include it. We just drop it. So most of the time, it will just be written as 25x squared minus 4. And that would be your area. All right, potatoes. Let's look at the potatoes. So for the potatoes, I have to multiply these two. So I need to make a box that is a 2 by 3 box. Take a minute, fill those in, see what you get. So we have x to the power of 3 in our first square, minus 7x squared plus 12x. And in our bottom row, we have a 6x squared minus 42x plus 72. Can't really fit it in my box. I guess I made it too small. So let's go ahead and fill in our square, or combine our like terms. So that would be these two and these two. So my area is x to the third. What do you get when you add your two pink squares, the 6 and the negative 7? Just a 1, yep, 1x squared or x squared. And then our two blue boxes, go ahead, pick up your calculators. Negative 42 plus 12. I cannot get rid of this fly. Is what? What does that give you? Yep, negative or positive 30. Yep, negative 30, good job. And then plus 72. Any questions? Tomorrow's skills check will not have multiplication on it though. It will only have addition and subtraction. And again, that homework 3 is due on Monday. So you can get those turned in early. And that's it. Use this time to work on your